everybody. My name is Francisco Roggero. I'm a partner with Zang, Bergel and Viñes in Buenos Aires. We are a modern, efficient, mid-sized, full-practice law firm. We are about 70 lawyers and a total payroll of about 100 people, which for Argentina standards, it's between mid-sized and large law firm. We have presence all over the world through Mackerel and through our involvement in the International Bar Association, American Bar, and other chambers and organizations. My practice area is corporate law with focus in restructuring, insolvency, and distressed M&A. So I have a lot of work by these days in Argentina. And now, yes, I will start with my presentation. Oops, that's a family picture. Another one, that's my wife and me. In Córdoba, I think you're my secretary. Well, that's my little daughter in the countryside. That's our family in the south, Córdoba. And at this time, you probably realize that it wasn't my secretary's fault. That's me and my eldest son cooking barbecue, of course. What I really wanted to show you is that this is Argentina. That's the countryside with Anita, the waterfalls in the north, Córdoba, that's Mendoza, and that's also in the south, and we have deserts, have glaciers. It's a place full of landscapes and full of opportunities, and of course, full of raw material. And we also have a God, the guy who speaks with God, a queen for sure, and the king of the Olympus. I'm sorry, Guilherme, from Brazil. And we also have empanadas. And of course, you know what is this? Dulce de leche. Dulce de leche, of course. Of course, if any Chilean, Peruvian, or Uruguayan tells you that they have invented dulce de leche, try ours. And yet, we are not doing historically so good. I mean, we have Maradona, Messi, the Pope, the Queen, but we are not doing historically so good. Where are we now? After 12 years of Kirchnerism and populism, you may have seen those pictures, they are gone, literally. Kirchner died, and his wife, Cristina, is about to go to jail. And what do we have now? Macri. Yes, Mauricio Macri. The promise of a better Argentina. Anyway, first semester of his government, second, third, fourth, and he's ending his administration, and we are still waiting the country to grow. The question is, I mean, is he the devil or is he a saint? None of that. He's doing fine after a long time of crisis and heavy inheritance. And let's talk a little bit about what is happening currently in Argentina. The backbones, I mean, those pictures represent the backbones of Macri's government. They are health, infrastructure, security, and relations with the world. That we had broken those relations and we reestablished them. And why Argentina in terms of thinking of opportunities and doing business? Well, because it has strong fundamentals, because there are advantages in many sectors, because government has implemented specific measures to improve business climate, because economic fundamentals are improving as we may see. The strong fundamentals. We have a large and diversified economy, the third largest GDP in Latin America. We have the third highest GDP per capita. Well, we are 43 million people, and through Argentina you have access to Mercosur, which is about 270 million people. We have vast availability of natural resources. You have seen the pictures. The 8th largest country in the world with 53% of agricultural land, top global exposure of soybean, corn, lemon, lithium, and among others. High quality human capital, educated middle class and qualified labor force. Number 1 in Latin America in English proficiency. And then if we go to different sectors, we will browse only some sectors, but we'll say some words about them. As regards oil and gas, we are the second largest shale gas and fourth largest shale oil reservoir in the world. And we have a national plan to double gas and oil output by 2025. We have, of course, offshore exploration tenders. So there are really opportunities in the oil and gas industry. Mining, of course, we are one of the 3 countries in the lithium triangle, and we have opportunities in copper, gold, and silver. In the infrastructure sector, although we had the Cuadernos issue in the last year, the government has the most ambitious infrastructure plan in the history of our country. We have launched a PPP, private-public participation law in Argentina it was 2016, and 60 projects are to be awarded by the PPP system. Of course, in renewables, we have exceptional wind and solar conditions, and the government is pushing really hard the renewable energy. In terms of knowledge-based services, you have exceptional talent, as you may see, and we have highly competitive cost structure and advantages in terms of time zone. You may see those 4 companies that are currently all over the world, and they were born in Argentina. Of course, we may say a word about tourism. We are the most visited country in Latin America. We have more than 400 protected areas, and Buenos Aires is ranked as the most livable city in Latin America. Agribusiness, of course, we have ideal conditions for almost every plant and for animals. Let me see some figures there, pictures. And manufacturing, we have opportunities to participate in the value chain. You may see all those companies are established in our country. Almost every car manufacturer is in our country. We do have more than $300 billion of opportunities across different sectors. We don't have time enough to talk about all of these, but at the end of my presentation you will see a link to a web page where you can browse all these opportunities, and it's very detailed presentation of opportunities in all those different sectors with the amount of the investment required. This is something in terms of comparing what we had with Kirchner's administration. This is really new. We didn't have figures with Kirchner administration. Now we have figures, we have numbers, we can see where to invest, how to invest, so it's really interesting. Also, the government has implemented specific measures to improve business climate. You will see certain measures there that are mentioned. but probably the most important thing is that you can talk with the government in every sector, area, industry, and they will receive you. They won't ask you for anything in return, and they will try to favor business in general. Also, of course, many measures well taken, and we expect some more. Some figures as regards the economy: reduction of deficit, successful fiscal agreement with provinces. We'll see investment growing there. Okay, during current administration, companies announced investment for more than $120 billion coming from all over the world, as you may see. In terms of sectors, investment announcements were mostly in the oil and gas, mining, power, renewable, but also in some other industries where there are plenty of opportunities. Just to finish, I want to say a word as regards legal framework for foreign investments, so especially because during the 12 years that we have of Kirchner's administration, it wasn't the best place to go and invest. We had many restrictions, but we don't have them now. I would say that we have the adequate legal framework, and especially we have equal treatment to Argentine or foreign investors. And just to mention some easy things, easy registration for foreign companies, that is new. Free remittance of profits and capital abroad is allowed, it wasn't. Almost no sectors restricted to transnational companies' involvement. I would say no sectors. Have an open economy. I mentioned the Mercosur opportunities and many investment incentives. We'll have time for questions later. I just like to finish with a quote of President Macri, who said, "Optimism amongst the business community here is the highest it's been in 15 years. It was also very important for us from day one to try to bring about a change in the way politics in Argentina are conducted. We've opened up political dialogue. We are placing a very high value on cooperation and teamwork, both within the administration and with people outside our government. And importantly, we respect the law and our institutions." I think that quote from President Macri, it's a good explanation of what he's doing and the government is trying to do, and we hope to have better years coming. Thank you very much.